Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Zcast. This is week 4 of season 8. I'm your host, Bern. With me, as usual, is a chicken and
I
both
think that's a
Kyle and
rooster.
yeah, that's definitely a rooster. Both Kyle and Derangel are with me.
Woo!
Hello.
Yeah. I will say that Kaya will have to step out halfway through, and Derangel is sick, so this is going to be a fun,
Well,
interesting
yes.
Zcast.
But we kind of had to do because we didn't have one last week.
Yeah, we
So
didn't
yeah,
have one
forgive my
last week.
little slightly raspy voice.
Yeah, sorry. Last week was sickness. Schedules were just way,
Yes.
Yeah.
way overcomplicated.
Yeah. And unless I want to get up and go hit that rooster with rock, we're gonna just have it in the background. Anyways,
I'm not gonna comment on that.
yeah. First up we have match one, Booze versus Afterlife, and Afterlife got their first victory.
Yay!
Hmm.
I knew you guys could do it.
Yeah.
Although, especially impressive against the Booze.
Yes.
Hmm. Who were
Who
undefeated even in the preseason.
exactly?
Yeah, it was a good match.
Hmm. Very good match, very solid. Um, Chaozu was doing really well. They didn't really change anything on him other than the fact that he had Super Plus 2 instead of Attack Plus.
Hmm.
And 19 was doing a lot of grabs, a lot of attempts, but he was also very, very melee heavy. Like, he
Yes.
was very in Majin Buu's face, which is probably what turned the tide of the battle for Afterlife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything
Um.
else to add?
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
I
I
feel like
was I was kind of half awake while during the whole stream, so my memory's kind of fuzzy.
Mm,
uh,
I was kind of sick.
Chaozu was doing well, if I remember correctly.
yeah,
He
on that
was he
Super
was
Plus
throwing
2
out.
build.
Yep. And let's see here.
Nearly 8K
Was
donut
Oob
raise. Nearly.
was Oob in at all?
I do believe he was.
Who did he have to face? Yeah, he did 30k damage apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Because Pycon was actually doing stuff.
Yeah, PyCon was actually really solid too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he finally got going.
he did the most damage for their team, if I remember
Ye-
correctly.
Most damage of the match, actually.
Mm-hmm.
61,000, yeah.
Finally pulling his weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah,
I
they all
mean,
did good.
he was fairly good to average for Namek last season, but
Yeah.
this week he actually pulled it out and
Yes.
did over 40, 45. Because he was in the slump of 45 to maybe 50.
Yep.
Hitting 60K is a really good sign for PyCon.
Yes.
Mm.
And 19 was 48. Chaozu did 50.
Yep.
19 was throwing out grabs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot.
I think he attempted like 7 or 8 before he was
Uh,
I
actually taken down. He only
Let me
got
check
two
one second,
off.
because I remember saying it in one
Yeah.
yeah,
of
we were
the
counting them, but yeah.
discords.
Yeah. You told
Uh,
me 7 and then you stopped
7
telling me.
attempted, 3 connected.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's
That's
pretty
really
good.
good.
Yeah.
And that was against Gohan Boo, wasn't it?
Um
Or Evil.
I mean, against any of the boos,
Yeah,
that's
well,
still
yeah,
really
I'm
good
just
because
saying for.
most of them are all fast.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So,
Majin
and
Buu
that's,
and Evil Buu if I recall correctly.
Could have been, yeah.
I mean, they're still, even Majin Buu, even though he's big, he's still fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that just goes to show why we try to restrict, a few of the AIs on those type of characters,
Yep.
because 7 attempted throws is a lot,
Yes.
Yes.
and that's on a AI that isn't built for grabbing.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, but no, congrats to Afterlife. I'm really glad to see you guys get a win under your
Yes.
belts.
Yeah. And that was even without earning Zenny too, because they
Yeah.
forgot to put
Yes.
Broly's ring on Gotenks Buu and kind of screwed up with their Dragon Power stuff. So
Yeah.
PyCon,
Oh, Pycon was down on Patara.
no, 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 no. They intended to put Power of Rage on him, but they accidentally put Dragon Power for 2.
That's right.
So I
I
put
remember
Dragon
now.
Power on it and removed Latent Energy to make sure he had a 7 point build.
That's right.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, it worked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that's everything,
Yep.
on to Cold versus Saiyans, where Saiyans
It's
kind
one.
of rocked Cold pretty hard.
Yeah, poor Cold.
Yeah, I don't even think Raditz touched the field.
I have a
Nope,
feeling that he did not at all.
he did not.
Yeah.
And yeah, Cold's biggest damage was from King Cold, of all people, for 38k.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Cooler did nothing. Neither Coolers got much
Well,
off.
the thing I
Well,
found funny, Cooler on a Halo build.
that
No,
was
Yeah.
Metacooler.
Metacooler.
Metacooler
Yeah.
on a Halo build
No
throughout
B2s.
no B2s
Yeah,
or ultimates.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was a good
Like,
experiment.
it's not even the new Halo; it's the old Halo.
Old Halo. Yeah.
And old Halo has never worked. That's why we as the
Nope.
staff introduced the new Halo, so that you wouldn't have to go into the fight with a 40,000 or a 10,000 damage deficit, essentially.
Yes.
Like, going into that essentially gives the enemy team 10,000 damage on you off the bat.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can't heal that fourth bar up. It's
Nope.
just done. So that's
That's your max.
huge. That's gigantic.
Yes.
It's a lot easier to manage when it's in the hands of an actual player, but in
Yep.
the hands of an AI, it's really detrimental.
Yeah. Because the AI doesn't know it's there. The AI doesn't really react to Pataras.
Yeah, they don't understand. Oh, hey, now that I have this, I can just spam the shit out of my
Exactly.
B2s. Yeah,
And that was one of the reasons that we made the new Halo with
Yeah.
for 6 points, so
Yep.
that they could get all their bars and have a better chance of actually throwing out something.
yeah.
Also,
But
Metacooler I think is a harder choice just because he's an android, and so
Yeah.
he's not going to be charging up all that quickly anyway to get the energy. Not
well,
that I mean,
the-
he had it.
Theoretically, it might work on an android with Rebirth, which Metacooler is
Yeah.
the only one, because of the fact that he could stay aggressive and
Well,
then charge
Rebirth,
and
yeah.
then
him and technically a rally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about it really. But
'Cause
the
the
thing
natu- yeah.
is, like, again, the AI doesn't understand how to utilize it. It's way better
Yep.
in the hands of a player. But
Yep.
that being said, I mean, Mecha Frieza was in, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mecha Frieza did okay, if I recall correctly.
31. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody just kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah.
So
Especially against Super Boo and Turles and his fruits.
yeah,
Because Scouter only did 35, so yeah, it was mostly Super Boo and Turles.
hmm
Yeah. I love Turles' moves.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, the fact that he got several fruits off was
Yes.
fantastic.
And used them well.
Mhm.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think that's
About that match, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine, match 3.
and now
Match 3.
on to the greatest match of them all.
Majins versus Ginyu, where Majins got their first win.
I finally win and it was divisional. Yay.
Yeah. It's a
Won
nice
the
match.
divisional, and let me just highlight this: they didn't have Majin Vegeta in.
Yep.
They also had Spopovich in, who is technically their worst character right now, stats wise.
Yeah, stats wise.
So that's
And no power
huge.
body.
And no power body.
Against the team with power body.
Yes,
Yes.
against the team with power body. And you
Goddamn
didn't even
birder.
have Draconicora either.
No, I not. Well, the big thing that was really the counter to that was Deborah.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
not
His
only
key blasts.
oh my god, those key blasts do like so much damage with Master Blast on him. But between that and he was using his B2s,
Yes.
so the combination of that just kind of overpowered the power body.
Yep.
But when Birder got going, he really went all out, especially against
yeah.
Spopovich.
57,000 from Birder.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of it was just the matchup. Like, Great Saiyaman did do
nothing.
any. Deborah
14.
had his number from the word go.
Yep.
Oh my god, when he did the super explosive wave and Deborah after image the entire
Yes.
thing.
Yep.
That was
After
amazing.
Mid-strike, after Mid-strike is really, really good.
Yes. One of the best B1s.
That's also why Mirage is great, because it
Yes.
essentially turns most things like Wild Sense and After Image into After Image Strike when it comes
Yep.
to barrage moves like that.
But no, I thought it was a really good match, and
Yeah.
I was not expecting Power Body Burter.
No.
I really thought that was going to hurt me a lot worse than it ended up doing.
Yeah. I mean, he did. It's just fact that Jace, Rakuman, Sayman couldn't make up for couldn't build off what Border was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, Garlic Jr. did so well on his Super Melee.
Yes.
I'm so glad I put Dragon Power on him because I think he beat Jason like 3 clashes.
Something like that.
Something
Yeah.
like that,
And
yeah.
That's like almost a full bar of health right there, if
Mhm.
not more.
Yeah.
But no, good work, Ginyu. It was a really good match, and I think
Yeah.
it just came down to matchups.
Ginyu
Like,
came
I
out
think-
swinging, but
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Although Maju came onto the field just to come onto the field.
Yes.
just to
But-
arrive.
Yes.
Yep.
Make an appearance.
Yes. Anything
But-
else you guys want to add?
Nope. That's all I got.
All right. So on to Derp versus Earth Defenders.
Close. Well.
Very close.
Yeah.
Yes. Very, very
That
close.
defense build on TN is amazing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Majin Vegeta too.
Mm-hmm.
Majin Vegito did really well.
Yeah.
Mid Vegeta. Mid Vegeta.
Mid. Yeah.
Whoever.
Yeah.
Again, those key blasts.
Yeah, those key blasts. That's why, like, all of these characters that were nerfed because of the Master Blast removal are still allowed to use Rush Blast 3.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
there is no actual difference between Rush Blast 3 and Master Blast stats-wise for the bonuses.
Yep.
The only difference is one costs 3 points instead of 1, and the 1 point used to give you, like, a Russian Smash attack, -1.
Negative. Yep.
But
Yeah. So Rush Blast 3 is only positives, but it's 3 points.
it's
Yep.
3 points. But the thing is, like, you still get all of those benefits. You just don't have the room to go, okay, I want to put this and also a Clash Patara or also Dendays. And
Yeah.
you have to make some more choices, but you can still do it. And by
Yep.
doing that...
Yeah, and sometimes the payoff is worth it, and I think this is one of
Yes.
those examples.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
I should also mention that Vegeta was on a brand new AI, too.
You did keep it. It's good.
Yeah. Definitely keep going with that one.
Yeah, Frieza AI
Then-
with the Rush Blasts.
Yes. And then Goku pulling out that Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was great
Yeah.
match just in general.
I am...
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun to watch.
Just because I'm the
Dumb.
ex-coach, I am a little disappointed in how Goku performed, simply because the Super Plus 2 doesn't really work with that style of build.
Yeah.
It works a lot better in Super Saiyan 2 when you have a max power or a let me get some ki really fast type of B1. But
Yeah.
the fact that he has to manually charge and he was giving himself a penalty, I don't know.
That's fine. He paid for it with embarrassment by being
Yeah, he did.
hit by a Devil May Beam.
Yeah, he did, which did no damage
Nothing.
whatsoever.
I love it.
Yeah, and
Oh.
I know
Oh.
I'm sorry to say, Durangel, but this match also showed that Shenron isn't overpowered or
No,
all powerful.
He didn't even do the most damage.
He
that
didn't even
match.
do the most damage. That was
mid,
Kibito Kai,
yeah.
right?
no, mid did
Mid.
did. Okay.
Yeah,
67.
mid
Yep.
Vegeta.
No.
I mean,
I thought you
I
meant
know of
on Derp.
No, on
No, I
Majin
meant
Buu
in the
highest.
match.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Although Kibito Kai did almost 60,000 on his own, so
Yeah, Kibito.
Yeah.
Kibito like locked down Yamcha.
yeah,
which
that
is
power body.
huge.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, Kibito Kai was working with Power Body way better
Oh,
than
yeah.
Midoriya last season.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, so who was it that grabbed Nuova out of his
Goku.
Goku? Yeah, just like, oh, that can happen.
Yeah, that can happen. You might be quote-unquote invulnerable during the spin, but there is
Yeah.
time before it actually gets off to stop them.
Well, he grabbed him right out of the middle of it,
Yeah.
which was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. It was a really good match, and
Yes.
even though they're the Earth Defenders, they still destroyed the Earth
Yep.
again.
Goku did it again.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you you don't have to worry about defending it if there's nothing to defend.
Yeah. But still, it's like, yeah, that was a really good match, just in general.
Yeah, it was a real nail biter too, which made it fun to
Yes.
watch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
Yep.
have anything else though.
Nope.
Yeah. Just well played, Derp. Well played, ED. Keep Vegeta
Yes.
how he is. Tien is
Yeah.
fantastic. Don't you dare.
Yes.
Don't you
Yeah.
dare change him.
Yeah.
Unless he starts sucking, then you can. But
No,
not
I
until
will stab you.
then.
I know I make
Anyway.
faces, but they're not actual real threats. Anyways, Namek versus Rugrats. Namek won handily,
yes.
if I recall correctly.
Yes. We have no
Yeah,
stats for this match, so.
yeah. I mean, I had to walk away, not for that long. I didn't think, and it was like I came back and it was just down to GT Goku. I was like, what
Yeah.
the hell happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got slaughtered.
Tambourine
playing-
was really doing well too.
Yeah, I was playing Dark Souls while the stream was going on, and I was battling Ornstein and Smoke. I started the match at the very end of ED and saw that they won, and I just got through Ornstein. Then I go through Smoke, look over, Rugrats versus Namek, okay, go through Smoke, look over, it's done. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think it was. It could have just been a mixture of a little bit of derping from Rugrats and just really on point Namek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the shit was just on point from what I heard.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
So
if I recall correctly, it was mostly early Piccolo and King Pick.
yeah. Although when Tambourine came in, I don't think he took much damage against GT Goku.
Yeah, that is a thing too. I
So-
remember seeing a Dragon Fist hit the ground,
Yeah.
completely dodged. But yeah, it was an interesting fight at the very least.
Yes.
But Namek just raffle stomped Rugrats, unfortunately.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Rugrats should get disheartened. I don't think it was because they did stuff all that wrong. It was just Namek was just on point.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you get everything correct, but it just
Yeah.
still doesn't work out.
Sometimes it just doesn't come together.
Yep.
Next up, we have match 6: Androids versus Gohans.
This
Androids
one-
won.
Yeah, but
Androids
this
won.
one got close.
Yes.
This
I
is
believe it-
this is the
Last
match-
characters.
6.
Yes.
We do have stats for this match.
Yeah, this is the match that Squee nearly did on the wrong map, but then
Yes.
we
Oh,
switched
yeah.
over to Mount Paosu,
Mount-
and you could
Yep.
tell how bad Mount Paosu is for Gohans.
I really
Yeah.
hate that map. Not even
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Gohan, in general.
Well,
Yes.
it's been shooting them in the foot because they have yet to
Yep.
win in the main
Yeah.
season.
I mean, I don't think all of that is the map.
Part of it is
I
they
know.
get caught, they miss
But-
B2s. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's just
It's a crappy map.
yeah, I would rather have Hell just because Hell at least doesn't have water.
Yeah.
Yep.
But between the water, the weird structure, it's just
Yep.
it's
Yeah.
so hard for like that's a better map for like an androids or a melee type team. I would
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
but the Gohans rely so heavily on B2s, especially now that Great Saiyaman's gone.
Yep.
Yeah. Saiyaman's gone, and so you have Adult Gohan, who is very B2 heavy. You have Teen
Yep.
Gohan, who is now in Super Saiyan 1, who is still pretty B2 heavy because of the AI and build that they have on him. They
Yep.
basically
Yeah.
just copy-pasted the Super Saiyan 2 build to Super Saiyan 1.
That might
Um,
need some reworking.
Yeah, it might. Ultimate Gohan is solid, because
Yes.
Yeah.
it's Ultimate Gohan. But then you have Frieza's Soldier, who has
Soldier.
been kind of okay.
Yep.
He's
He didn't be
been-
good this week, but
He's been the best between Teen Gohan, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Frieza's Soldier and Kid Gohan.
Kid. Yeah. He's more consistent usually.
Yeah. It's a weird little bunch that just can't seem to come together after
Yeah.
last season because they're missing the key piece of BoJack who was holding them all together.
Yeah.
And Super
Yeah,
Saiyan
he
2
was-
teen.
He was really, really, really carrying that team for
Yes.
a lot of it. But I think that kind of hurt him because their other characters didn't get as much tweaking and time on the field.
Yep.
So it wasn't till the end of the season that they had to change stuff. But I mean, losing BoJack hurt.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely hurt.
But
I mean, we're kind of focusing on Gohan's. Androids were just solid.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've
As
been
usual.
solid all season so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 17 only did 40K, but still.
Oh, only did 40K. That's what
Exactly.
you're shooting for, so it's all
16
good.
was in, right?
16 was in for 58K. Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
so. God, I love watching him.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean-
he was doing well. That is actually something that should be said. That map, just off the bat, was more in favor for the androids because
Yes.
they are all
Yep.
very melee heavy.
Yep.
And the water. They're better
And
in the water.
Yep.
Yep.
That I think the androids map that they have right now is better for them, but
Yes.
that would not be a bad
No.
secondary
Alternative?
or third
Yeah.
option. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with how much it wreaks havoc on every other team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything
Yeah,
else
and
you
then
guys
Ader
want
was-
to say with?
No,
that's good.
Hopefully Gohans can get their win in.
Yep.
Yeah. Hopefully they can come together because right now it's going to be hard. They face Valkyries next week, so
Oof.
that's going to be fun.
Yep.
Anyways, speaking of first wins, we have Muscle versus Dragon Ball Warriors, and Dragon Ball Warriors finally pulled one out of the bag. They've been struggling
Yes.
Yeah.
since the preseason.
And Nam did well.
Yes.
Yeah, Nam did well. He wasn't countered like week 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody just put in work.
Yeah. They've had some hard matches.
Yeah, they've had
Yeah,
some
try and
really
win.
hard matches. You
Yep.
know, Saiyans, you have freaking Derp,
Androids.
androids.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
Yeah.
that I can actually say derp as a
Me
rough week.
Yeah.
But
But
Nah,
yeah.
I it's not that I dislike Muscle or anything. It's just I don't like seeing teams go winless.
Yep.
yeah.
So I'm very happy to see, a lot of teams. I think there's only one team that's still winless now because a lot of teams that
Gohans.
had,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gohan's, yeah.
but I mean, like Majins won, Afterlife won, DBW won. So there were a lot of teams that had no wins finally getting their first win this week, which was
Yep.
really nice to see.
And there's also one team with no losses.
ED. Yep.
Yep. ED has no losses so far.
Hacks.
Yeah. Let's see. Vals versus Blades for match 8.
This one
Blades.
was so close. Fasha
Yeah.
almost brought it back.
Fasha
Yeah.
nearly brought it back. It was just one bar of Janimba versus half a bar of Fasha, and Janimba just
Also-
smacked her back in lightning shower rain.
Yeah.
This is a new AI for Janemba, right?
I don't know.
From last week, yeah.
Okay, last week, yeah. Still doing really well, I think.
Yes. 56,000 if the numbers are right.
Yeah.
Woo.
For a character that was noted as Mr. Inconsistent,
Yes.
he's
doing good.
Yeah. Hopefully
Salted,
it's yeah. I don't think Sword Trunks got too many chances.
24,000 according to the stats,
Yeah.
yeah.
There were a few times where he could have gone max power mode or could have charged, but
Yep.
he wasn't really given the opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do have to say though, it was nice seeing Fasha kind of go back
Yes.
to her old self.
Oh yes.
She showed you why she was scary last season.
Most damage of the whole match goes to her, actually. 66,000 Fasha.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
The Vals lost by the skin of their teeth. It
Yep.
could have gone either way. So, I mean, even if it's a loss, that's the kind of loss that you want.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, very,
And
very close.
and some of your characters were working. Oh, also didn't Aurelia get Did you
Notch
get-
off. I think so.
mean-
Getting excited.
yeah.
Excited, yeah.
Yeah. 1 or 2. See,
Yep.
that's another prime example. The prime example was week 3. We can't really mess with healing because she
Yeah.
has a sleep.
Yep.
Same
And
sleep,
if we,
sleep duration and everything. Just
Yep.
yeah.
she
So
got
if
two off last week, one off this week.
yeah, so there's no way we could justify,
Messing with
taking,
sleep.
well, not even just that, but uh, doing the restrictions differently for different characters
Yeah.
because it's exactly the same. It's just a different name.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Whew. Anyways, that is all of the matches.
Yes, it is.
That was fun. We were able to run through that fairly quickly. So why don't we
Yeah.
go into the Zcast questions? Because we might be able to do this
yay.
before Kyle can go.
I doubt that.
Okay, so first Zcast question is from Sin, or was it from DJ?
DJ.
Okay, DJ. Based on this season so far and last season's performances, which characters from each team do you believe would be in most need of some time in the minor leagues? Here's the thing. The minor leagues are a very separate competition. They have a different difficulty, they have separate rules, they have separate builds, they have separate team sizes, so I can't really say who should belong in the minors, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's the minors' job to figure that out.
And not even just that. I mean, I know you said last season's performance as well, but we're only 4 weeks into this main season,
Yep.
Yeah.
and there are characters that are acting totally different than they did last season.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
With the same AIs and same builds, so...
Exactly. Again, like I said before, this is somehow an evolving league, and
Yep.
things change.
Shit changes all the time.
Yeah.
So
So it's even if we were going to say it's still really early.
yeah.
Also. So.
I should also mention, most comments... Well, we've been... For the past few seasons, we've been getting more and more and more and more comments of, based on this season so far, X or Y. Based on this season so far, yada yada yada. What about, even though we're early in the season, yada yada yada. We can't really answer those questions fully because we don't have enough data. So those questions would be better suited for like week 10, week 11.
Yeah.
Once we have like X weeks under our belt, like more than 8 or 9 weeks under our
Like,
belt, and understand
yeah.
like this character has been a threat.
8
But
8 would actually be perfect because that's about halfway through.
Yeah.
but like
You know.
I could say that Tien's really damn good, but that's because he has been solid all of this season and so far, and
Yeah.
all of last season.
But we have 4 weeks in the season. That could change in like next week. All of a sudden, he could go poof and be bad the rest of the season. So we don't
Yeah.
know.
Or like PyCon wasn't all that great for the first 3 weeks, and then this week he popped back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
It
we
would
need-
would be bad of us to say, you know
Yeah.
what, PyCon did well this week, so I think he's going to be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just shooting from the hip, and I'm not comfortable with that personally.
No, me either.
Like,
Nope.
I'm still skeptical about base form Goku. He's been
Yeah.
doing really well.
shown
Yeah.
a lot
It's
of
only,
potential,
like-
but it's
Yeah,
early.
it's very
Exactly.
early still.
Anything can change.
So, moving on to Sindanez. It's early, but who do you guys think is doing the best on each team?
I think we kind of went
We
over.
addressed-
We
that,
just
yeah.
went over that. That's the reason why I
So-
went over that. So,
Okay,
So-
listen, from now on, we're gonna skip these kind of questions whenever we show up. So we probably won't even mention that they're there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
from-
not until week 8
Weeks-
at the earliest.
yes.
So, who is the player of the week this week?
Oh,
Tien,
that's who I was thinking.
Yeah?
Tien or Fasha?
Well, I wouldn't say Foster because her team still lost.
She almost brought it back
Well,
though by herself.
She nearly brought it back. Well,
Yeah.
Tien had to
Yeah,
fight
but
4 people? Or was it
Yes.
three? Yeah, he had
Four.
to fight 4
4.
people.
Yes.
He
3 of them were on
counter-swept.
1 bar. Yeah, he
Yep.
counter-swept. 3 of them were
Yeah.
on 1 bar, 1 was on 2 bars. So he fought through 50,000 health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is very impressive.
Yes.
Without being allowed to tag.
Yes,
Yep.
without being allowed to tag, even on a tanky build.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
So that's the main reason. It's because not only
Yes.
did he go through 50,000, but it was a counter sweep,
Mhm.
Yep.
and he also had to deal with people with Savior.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you got a bunch of people coming in full bar of not just health but energy.
And he had to deal with power body as well on top of that.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely have to go with
TN. Yeah.
Tian.
TN, definitely, definitely. And would you guys want to do this every week, or
Yeah.
we'll talk about it after?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
fun.
it's a lot easier. It's very different than
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
looking at each team and trying to pick the player for that. Just one player.
Yeah. Yep.
Not nearly
Player
that
of the week, who impressed us the most? That
Yep.
kind of thing.
Exactly.
So on to the next question from Sin. For Burn and Dur, you can't answer this, Kyle. I already asked you. Savior on self-destruction units like Super Boo, Majin Vegeta, Chaozu, Cyberman, 16, etc. Is it safe or avoid it like the plague?
Ugh. It depends on the AI.
Yes, I will
If you want-
completely agree.
And if you want my answer on this, you'll have to listen to the coach interview with the Ycast.
Mhm.
Ting.
Yes, plug in, plug in.
Wink,
So,
wink, nudge, nudge.
yeah. I think it can be fairly useful on certain characters, but you will always run the risk of them going, "Oh, hey, ultimate." But,
Yep.
having Savior when they tag out on one bar and come back in,
Mhm.
those ultimates usually do a lot more damage than normal ultimates. Like
Yes.
something in the 18 to 20k range.
Yep. They're good ultimates.
They're good
Especially if they do
ultimates.
them last bar.
And so if they tag out and tag back in, they have Savior and they do it, then
Yep.
that's a lot more damage. That's pretty
Please
good.
excuse me for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. It just depends on what the AI wants to do and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
It's also the same kind of situation that you have with TN as well, because TN has
Yep.
that life drain ultimate as well.
Yep.
But it has worked in the past, so I'm skeptical. You
Yep.
would have to make your own judgment.
Yes.
Then on to our last question. Let me just refresh really quickly. Yes, last question. From Malachi. Since the defense blue Pataras give bonuses that are relatively paltry to the other blue Pataras, has the staff considered making defense +2 count as a 1-point Patara, effectively getting rid of defense +2 attack -1? We have considered it.
Yeah.
Like seasons ago. But no.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no way. With the current system that we have right now, there's a trade-off. And by doing that, we effectively get rid of a trade-off because, I mean, why would you ever not put defense +2 if it's 1 point?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even defense +3 is affected.
Yep.
Because, like, why ever go that extra +1 for 1 full point when you could have defense +2 with no negs? Like, it's a huge thing.
Yep.
I mean, defense +2 attack -1 is still relatively used as a 1-point Patara, just because it's 1 point. So
gives you more options.
yeah, it's more options, and we're more keen on giving options with that instead of taking them away.
Same reason
Although-
you probably never see something like defense +3 in the league. It's just
Yeah. That does give me an idea that I might bring up after the Zcast to you guys, but that would be for season 9 anyways, so don't need to worry about that. Anyways,
that's questions.
we're done with the questions. On to predictions.
Yay, predictions.
So week 5, we just have one divisional match, and that is match 1, Saiyans versus Afterlife.
Go ahead, you need to cough.
Saiyans will have to have...
Someone.
Yeah, I'm just pulling them up right now.
They're a free agent, I believe.
Weekly bench is Bardock. So
okay, it's Bardock.
They have to have Bardock, and Afterlife will have to have Endigoku.
Ooh. I'm gonna just based on the season so far, I'm gonna have to say Saiyans, but Afterlife did pretty good last week, so they could pull it out.
Yeah. Um, I'm going to say it's going to be rough because Saiyans
Yeah.
have a really heavy melee package.
Yeah.
Um, they are not really that reliant on B2s other than
No.
Vegeta and Turles. Depending on who they bench, I could see them bringing it in, definitely.
Yep.
They've been fairly damn solid, apart from
Yeah.
Afterlife getting their first win.
Especially with they keep Turles in and Bardock and Raditz.
Mm-hmm.
Like those three alone, I could see just pulling it out.
Yeah. But I could also see Afterlife bringing it in
Yeah.
because
Yes.
they have Pycon, who did really
Con.
well. They
Yep.
have and Goku, who is a really hard melee character.
Yep.
They have
Chaozu. All
Chaozu,
people.
who was a super build, but also was doing a lot of melee.
Yep.
Then they have Gotenks-Bu, who was doing a lot of melee, so that's a lot of melee pressure.
Yeah. So it could go either way. I'm gonna stick with Saiyans, but could go either way.
I'm gonna say Afterlife because I want them to get a second win.
Yeah.
I think that they deserve it at this point, being 1-3.
Yeah.
Kyle, I do believe he had to step out.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we'll probably not see him for the rest of the Zcast, but that is okay. On to Cold versus Majins. We already know who he's gonna vote for, Majins.
Yep.
So let's see.
And
Cold.
I think has to bring in Frieza.
Yeah, I do believe so. And
Yep,
Majins have to have Majin Vegeta.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna say Majins because I'm sorry, Cold. You just have been kind of rough.
Yeah, things have been very rough for Cold.
Yeah.
Very shaky.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I'm just about to say Majins just based on that, especially based on Majins last week.
yeah, if it's a Majins that we see from last week, if Spopovich is able to, stay and be consistent because he is their weak link.
Yep. Or we see more stuff from Garlic or Majin or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Majins because they have been a lot more stable.
Yep.
I'm not saying that Cold can't do it, but Majins have been a lot more stable.
Yep. I can see Cold pulling it off if they get some things tweaked out, but
Oh yeah, definitely. On to Derp versus Booze. And
well, obviously, I'm voting for.
Yeah, who do you have to bring in?
I have to bring in Pilaf.
Pilaf. And oh god, Booze have to bring in Kid Buu.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's impossible for me to pull off, but yeah.
It's going to be rough.
Yes.
You've been fairly solid, but they were also undefeated until last week, so I'm
yep,
gonna
and
have
they
to
are
go
also
with
very
Booze.
they are also a very solid team.
Yeah, they are a very solid team.
Yep.
So, Booze for me, Derp for you.
Yep.
On to Earth Defenders versus Ginyu.
Ooh. Ginyu has to bring in the captain.
Yes, and Earth Defenders have to bring in Krillin.
I'm going to say Earth Defenders in this one.
Yeah, they've been on a tear, honestly.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Ginyu has to take out one of their stronger characters.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am 100% agreed. Earth Defenders. Not saying, again, not saying that Ginyu can't do it. I want you to disappoint me, but Earth Defenders have been undefeated
really
so far.
Yeah. And they have everyone that's solid in their team.
Yeah.
They have no real major weak links.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, Earth Defenders have good, solid characters. They don't have anybody that's really ridiculous, like doing 80, 90K a week.
Yep.
But everybody's just solid.
Solid.
And they work.
And that's important. Yep.
Yeah. On to Rugrats versus Androids. Ooh.
Androids have to bring in someone.
Yeah. Give me
Cell.
Give me 1 sec.
Okay. And Rugrats have to bring in Goten or Trunks, I believe. Kid Trunks. Okay. I'm gonna say ugh. Kid Trunks is good. Goten can be really good, but ugh. It's the androids, and again, they are a very solid team with characters that can pull off a ton of damage.
Yeah. Honestly, it really depends on what kind of team makeup that Rugrats brings.
Yeah.
Because oddly enough, they have one of the only teams that can be switched out each week due to the transformations. Like each week you can shape and mold your team to be this, and then the next week it could be completely different. And the next week completely different. Just because of those transformations.
Yeah.
Androids have been really solid compared to Rugrats.
Yes.
So, I'm going with androids.
Yep.
Next up, we have Muscle versus Namek.
Ooh. Muscle has to bring in Broly. And Namek has to bring in page 2.
They didn't actually put their bench, so.
And King, Late Piccolo.
Yeah, they have to bring in late Piccolo.
Ooh. I'd definitely say Late Piccolo over Base Broly at this point, but.
Well, both have been very, very solid. Namek really impressed last week.
Yes.
So,
I think I'm going to take a long shot and say Namek on this one.
I wouldn't even say that's a long shot. They've been doing really well.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with it too. Because Muscle has been really solid, but there have been some matches with Namek where they just blow out.
Yep.
They just all come together, and it's so far in their favor by the time that their last character comes out.
Yep. And I could see Namek ripping through Bojack or 13 before they have a chance to do much damage.
Yeah. Especially if they have DA.
Yeah.
Ooh. Whew. All right. So, there's that. Next is Valkyrie's Gohans.
Well,
Gohans have to bring in either Ultimate or Adult Gohan.
I think Adult.
Yeah, Adult Gohan.
And Vals have to bring in Pan. I'm gonna say Vals just based on how the season's been going so far. I think Gohan's can do it, but
but
it's been rough going for him.
They're 0-4. They've been really struggling. Teen Gohan is averaging 20k.
Yep.
Kid Gohan is averaging 20k. Frieza Soldier is averaging 33k. And this is just from week 1 to 3. Week 4 stats haven't even come in yet.
Yep.
Now, if they have Adult Gohan, if they have Ultimate Gohan, both of them are in.
Yep.
Maybe,
but I don't know.
If Teen's in, we would have to see what kind of Teen we see.
Yep.
If Frieza Soldier is in, then I can see that. But they also have to save their bench for the next week, because the next week is Gohan's versus Rugrats, a divisional.
Yep.
Then the week after that, they have Gohan's versus Dragon Ball Warriors, a divisional.
So
they have rough times right now.
They have a couple of rough weeks, so.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say Vals because Gohan's are in a pickle.
They're a tough spot.
Yeah. All right, on to Blades versus Dragon Ball Warriors.
Blades have to bring in Tapion.
Okay, Taps. Okay, yeah.
And DB Warriors have to bring in Tao. They're both very good characters.
Yeah, both are very good characters. DB Warriors have to bench Kid Gohan, Nam, Chi-Chi, or early Goku.
Yep. And do they have a divisional next week? No. Okay. Neither team has a divisionals next week, so.
Yeah. Um,
Hmm.
I have faith
Depends
in
on
DB
what.
Warriors.
So do I. I think it depends on what Jinbo we see. If we see the same one we've been seeing. Same with Sword Trunks and Tapion, yeah. And
Yeah,
again,
Blades
they
have
both
been
have
really
very.
solid.
Yeah, they both teams have very good characters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Blades.
Yeah, they have a better bench against Dragon Ball Warriors, but
Yeah.
I I like Dragon Ball Warriors for this specifically because they've been struggling a bit.
Yep.
And Tao, last season Tao was really bad, like really
Yeah.
bad. This
Yes.
season Tao has been fairly okay.
Yep.
Um, I want to
And
see what
again,
Dragon Ball
both
Warriors can do.
both their Gokus are really good.
Mm-hmm.
Both Kid and Mid or both Kid and Early are good. So
Yeah,
Nam is Nam.
actually no, General Tao has been really good.
Has he?
50k average damage.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm gonna
The
go. I'm gonna
Warriors.
go with DB Warriors.
I'm gonna stick with Blades, but I could see it going either way
Yeah.
easily.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I do believe that is our Zcast. Is there anything else that you wish to add, the Angel?
Nope. I think that's it.
All right, so thank you guys for watching. We will see you after week 5. Good luck. Take care. Bye bye.
Goodbye.